Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Charles Tulip and today we are doing a fun little speed build. So today I chose a lot that is inside the city. It has a house on it originally when you open the game, and it is that sort of gray brick house with the green door and the green shutters on it. It's very cute, but I bulldozed that house before I started recording, so I was not able to show you guys that. Just that little snippet at the beginning, but I cleared the lot here so that I could start building this house. And today I was feeling very inspired by Brutalist architecture. So Brutalism is actually one of my favorite architectural styles, and I wanted to build something today in that style, a little home for my parafolk. And you can see here I am getting a rough shape of the building that I want. So originally I thought I wanted to do something sort of angular, to have these weird angles going on with the straight walls, and to make something that looks almost like a geode with the sort of like sharp edges and all that. But I changed direction at this point and I realized that we have a curved wall tool in this game, and this was actually my first time using the curved wall tool in a build, so that was very exciting. It took me a little bit of trial and error to figure out how to get the curves that I wanted in the walls, but overall I would say it wasn't too bad, and the curved wall tool is actually very useful. I like it a lot. So I changed direction at this point and I started building everything with curved walls instead. So you'll see me delete almost the entire structure I had built, but I kind of keep the same shape, just with the curved walls. So right here, I'm not sure why I thought I needed this floor right here in order to put the stairs on. I knew at this point that I wanted the stairs to go up to the second floor of the building, but for some reason I thought, oh, why I have to put the stairs on top of a floor, when I realized later I can put the stairs just directly on the ground. So you saw me messing around with that piece in the front there. In the end, I deleted that and I put the stairs directly onto the ground, which I think makes more sense. I was also struggling a bit here, trying to match the curves on the first floor to the second floor. I found that I could not get the same exact curve on both floors. The curved wall tool was not snapping correctly to the middle of the curve or where I would need it to go in order to draw the same exact curve again. So I kind of gave up on doing that, and rather than have the same curves on the first and second floor, I just went with a different shape for both floors, which in the end I think worked out better for me for this building. It looks a lot better than what I had even intended or planned. So you can see now I've got the shape of the second floor here, and I also realized that I actually need to draw this with a half wall so that I have a bit of a balcony here, and the pairs cannot just walk off the ledge. They couldn't just walk off the ledge anyways, but to keep it realistic, I wanted a half wall around that balcony. The fences also cannot exist in the curve. You cannot have curved fences, so that was another reason that I chose to do the half wall there instead of the fence around the balcony. So now I'm placing these stairs here going up to the second floor. My idea here was to line up the stairs with this sort of angled wall, and then to create a little bit of a porch step on the second floor just in front of the front door. So I'm actually redrawing this part again because I wanted to create a little curve on this corner, and there you have it. So that is the little place where the pairs can step before they go in the front door. And then I needed to put a half wall on this section as well. I made the stairs a little wider to cover up that gap. and I thought it looked nice to have the stairs a bit wider. Now, I really wanted a balcony on this back corner as well, and you can see me once again trying to match up the curves from the first floor to the second floor. I couldn't manage to do that, so I went ahead and started working on the third floor here. And with the third floor, I went with a totally different shape than I had done on either of the other floors. And I think it came out very interesting, very cool. I like the overall shape of the building, and then I wanted a little circle on the roof. Not a complete circle, but another shape on the roof. And I just wanted to keep that piece of the top of the building very short. So now here I did manage to line up that curve pretty well for the wall on the balcony. Now I started messing around with this piece here. I saw someone in a YouTube video transforming this tool to make sort of like a diagonal wall, right? I did not end up doing anything with that, so I just deleted that piece and moved on. The idea is with the advanced transform tool, you can sort of create that piece of wall at whatever angle you want. But I decided that was not going to work with the curved walls that I had anyways. So now I am actually painting the exterior of the building, and I did go with a concrete look to keep in the Brutalist theme. For the floors, I went with one shade lighter of concrete than I did on the walls, and I think that came out looking really nice. I also placed these pillars around the building to look like it has some structure to it. And there, that is the outside of the building done. Now at this point I was trying to paint the ceilings underneath where wherever the shapes were showing around the edges here, and I don't know if I was not doing this correctly or what was going on, because I could not really seem to paint the ceilings, or if I did, I couldn't tell. So I just went ahead and painted the floors inside as well with this dark wood grain. I picked out a front door, which I love. I think it looks great here. And I put a little window next to the door. Now I'm gonna place some other doors and windows around. So we have the balcony door out here. I grabbed this window because it kind of looks like the balcony door when you extend it. And so I used that window in a few other spots. I could not place the windows on the curved walls, which I did not realize, but luckily I had enough straight walls within the structure, within the building, that I was able to place some windows around, and I think it ended up being enough windows. Every floor, every room has a window in it, and most have a couple windows, so that is pretty good, I think. I also knew I wanted to do something with the windows on the back here, because I have 3 straight walls right on top of each other. The whole back of the building is flat, right? So I created a window design on the back side there. And then I am now picking out a wallpaper for the interior, and I did go with this tiled option, these white tiles. Then I am figuring out where the stairs should go inside the building. So I've got those stairs going down to the first floor. Now I need to figure out where to place the stairs going up to the 3rd floor. And I thought I'll line up the stairs with this back wall here. Then it was blocking the windows. So I messed around with the windows on the back again. Just trying to find a way that I like those with the stairs there. I did not find any way that I like the windows. I ended up going with the stairs floating in the middle of the floor. So that is something I would not usually do. In this case, I think it worked because it allowed me to have those windows on the backside just how I wanted them, and the stairs in a house that's shaped like this, it does not seem so odd to have the stairs floating in the middle of the floor. Now I'm also sectioning off a bathroom for the third floor, and then I'm gonna head down to the first floor and section off another bathroom. So this house has 2 bathrooms, only 1 bedroom. And I placed doors to both of those bathrooms. I just went with the very simple gray door. I also picked out this tile to go in the bathroom floor, which I think looks good as well. Now I'm going to get into decorating the kitchen. So I went with this fridge, the gray counters with the white countertop. I kept a lot of the interior decoratings for this building very gray and white and black, and I did end up using green as an accent color, just so not everything was so gray. I went with a little accent color, which was green. So I'm figuring out where to place the stove here. I moved the door over a little bit. I got the counters in place. And then I also need to place a sink. I wasn't sure where to do that, but I ended up going with the sink next to the fridge. And I am going to add a peninsula island here with the bar counter. Just because I think in a house like this, a house this fancy, you need to have a lot of counter space in the kitchen. You need to have a little bit of a bigger kitchen. So I thought having the peninsula island there helps make the kitchen look a bit more grand, and I think it fills up the space nicely. Now you can see here I chose the sort of green cupboards to go above the counters, and this is at the point where I decided to make green the accent color, just because I thought that swatch suited the kitchen very nicely. Now I'm picking out a dining table. I went with the same table that I did in the last build, only this time I wanted to make the top of the table white marble. And I also picked out these chairs, which I think look very cool, very fancy. And since I wanted to have those chairs gray, I made the bar stools black there, just so it was not so much gray. Now in this kitchen, I did clutter it quite a bit. For me, this is a lot of clutter for a kitchen. The reason I did that is because this is such a modern and stark house, and everything is gray and white and all that. I thought we need to have a bit of life on the countertops. And so I actually cluttered the kitchen more than I usually would, just to bring some life into the house and a bit of interest to the kitchen. So I put a coffee maker over here. I put the little coffee and flour bags there. I could not figure out where to put a microwave. I realized I didn't have a microwave, but I just did not know where to put that. And I put a couple little tins over on this counter. I placed the olive oil next to the sink. I got some cutting boards there. And then this little teapot, which I made the same green as the coffee maker. And then I also placed a few items on the dining table. So I got this bread basket, the fruit basket, and the little napkin holder. I placed that on the island counter and the table as well. I thought about placing these little cups with the silverware in them in the end, I thought that was a little bit too much, a little too cluttered, in my opinion. So that's when I knew I kind of reached the point where that was enough clutter for me. So out here, I was trying a couple different chairs for the balcony. In the end, I went with a bench out here, which I think was the right choice. It keeps it very simple, just having that gray bench, and it looks like it's made out of concrete. I also placed a couple plants out here, which I think was a good choice as well. And now I'm heading into the bathroom to decorate the bathroom. I thought first I need to get the shower in place in here because this bathroom is such an odd shape with the curved wall corners. So I placed that shower as best as I could against the wall. And I placed the toilet right next to the shower, and then I got the sink over on the other side. This sink was not snapping to the wall that I wanted it to. It took me a couple tries to get it to snap where I wanted it. I placed this mirror above the sink, and then I got this shelving unit over on this side. I made that gray, and then I ended up matching the sink to the same color gray. And then I did put some clutter, some toiletries on the shelf, and I put the little soap on the sink. The toilet paper holder is necessary, of course. And I made all these little toiletries green. And I got a picture over on this wall. It says it's good to be home. And I placed another picture on this wall over here. This funny cat with, I think it has 5 legs. I'm not sure. I didn't count how many legs that cat has. So here I'm actually pushing the shower down into the floor because when I went up a level, the shower was poking through the ceiling. Now, when I play tested this build, my Para could not actually use the shower when it was shifted down into the floor. So I had to eventually make the wall height 1 unit taller on the bottom floor. That did change the stairs slightly, and I had to move the stairs a little bit. But other than that, it was not a big deal in the end. That's what I ended up doing. So when you download the house, or if you do download the house, the shower will be level with the ground so that your Para can use it. And I did fix that before I uploaded it. So up here now I'm decorating the living room. I'm going with the green theme again. I picked out this green lamp to go next to the couch, and I picked another green lamp to go on this little end table. I was gonna go with this egg rug. I thought the yellow was too bright for sure because everything else in this house is green or gray. So I made the egg rug green. I didn't like how that looked, so I went with this other rug. And I ended up changing the colors on this one to be gray and white. I did have a little trouble figuring out how to orient this rug in here. So I spun it around a few times, and this is what I ended up going with. Now I also wanted to place some plants over here next to the TV, so I got those in that corner. And I placed a bookshelf. I placed a clock over next to the TV, and I got a bookshelf behind the stairs. I feel like the bookshelf is kind of a necessary item in this game, especially if you don't have a computer. It seems to be the only way to really level up those knowledge skills, which are kind of the bigger skills that your Para works on. Most of the time, your Para works on those skills very slowly unless they go to a computer or a book and they read about those skills specifically. Then they can actually progress those skills at a faster pace. And now finally, I am decorating the bedroom up here. So I picked out this bed. I just made it gray and white. I picked out a lamp next to the bed. And then a dresser over here. I went with this gray one. I placed a couple plants on the dresser and a picture above it, which I did off-center a little bit on purpose. And then I also wanted a rug underneath the bed, so I went with this green one. And I totally placed the rug askew. Now here I was thinking to place a desk and a computer over here. When I did that, I thought it looked a little too, I don't know if claustrophobic is the right word. I don't know, I didn't really want an office there with no window on that wall. So I went with the piano instead. My para is a musician, so I thought the piano would be a nice touch in this home. The wall was still looking a little blank to me, so I placed these shelves on the wall with some books in them. And then I went over to the bathroom. At this point, I actually ran out of money for my build, so I had to come back the next day. I ended up getting the benefit that my para could get 2,000 paradigms overnight because she got a bonus at her job. So I came back with 2,000 paradigms the next day and finished up the bathroom here. I did place this shower head that is just kind of free against the wall. And then I got the same shelf over here that I placed in the downstairs bathroom. I put some of the same clutter on it as well. So I got the towels here, the toilet paper, the tissue box, and the soap bottles. And now it is time for landscaping. I did try to match the landscaping with the grass that was going on in the park next door, but I didn't want that grass all over the lot. I thought someone who has a house like this should probably have a manicured lawn, although it didn't end up being that manicured. But I placed a tree in the back there and a few bushes around the house. I think the lawn is a good mix, especially with the park there. It's a good mix between manicured and more freeform. And I placed a few flowers next to the bushes as well. I just want to say thank you all so much for watching this video today, especially if you watched to the end. I appreciate it so much, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!